The movie opens in a convent where young girls sing together. One of the girls' names is Cecile. She was then called by one of the nuns. She was very surprised that her mother, Madame de Volanges, was there and Cecile to be leaving the convent. Aside from her mom, Madame de Merteuil was also there. Merteuil saw Cecile when she was still a young little girl. Cecile asked Merteuil if it is true that she is getting married. Merteuil cannot disclose other information, but she confirmed that the rumors are true. Cecile is very persistent in knowing who it is, but then Merteuil also doesn't have any idea who it is either. Cecile asked her if she could help her find out who her future husband would be. Merteuil is very pleased with Cecile and sees how excited she is about her upcoming marriage. But her mom is worried about it because she's been in the convent for a few years and feels that she is unprepared for it. Cecile's mother said that it will be her husband who will be making the announcement for them about the wedding. Her mother requested if Merteuil can spend some time with Cecile so that she can learn from her and make sure that she will enter the marriage as innocent as she is and as wise as Merteuil. In one of the rooms in the opera house, a handsome man entered their box named Valmont. He is the ex-lover of Madame Merteuil. He politely greeted Cecile and held her hand and kissed it. Valmont continued to ask more questions, but then Merteuil interrupted and asked him to talk outside the room. Merteuil told Valmont to keep away from her, because she is about to get married, and she is under her protection to make sure that no one will take away her chastity. In this scene, we can see Merteuil with her secret lover Jicourt. She is asking for more of him, but he said that she should start looking for another lover. She refuses and says that she is very happy with the one she has right now. She asked if he was seeing somebody else, but he said he was not, and they continued to kiss. Today, Cecile will be meeting her future husband. Cecile asked Merteuil to look and find him for her. Merteuil looked for Madame de Volanges to get more information about him. Finally, Madame de Volanges told her who it was, but she must keep it only to herself. Madame de Volanges told her that he was being secretive because he is mentally unbalanced. Now that they had finally met each other, they looked surprised and told Madame de Volanges that they didn't know each other. Merteuil is on her way to Paris to visit Valmont. We can see Valmont and his chaperone. They are about to meet a beautiful lady that Valmont loves. Her name is Madame Tourvel. She is married and her husband is a judge. Valmont is inviting Madame Tourvel to ride the boat with him, but they both don't know how to swim. Valmont asked about her husband. He asked if she loves him or not. Then Tourvel asked her if he is married. But Valmont said he is in love, and he is talking to her right now. Tourvel said that he shouldn't have said that. She tells him she doesn't love him. With great sadness of her answer, Valmont fell from the boat pretending that he is drowning. Madame Tourvel didn't fall for it and left. Valmont came home and is surprised that Merteuil is there. She told Valmont that the man who will be marrying Cecile is Monsieur Jicourt. Valmont finds the situation funny. Merteuil wants Valmont to take Cecile's virginity, and it is he who she knows can help him. Merteuil wants Jicourt to be a laughingstock of Paris. Valmont wondered why him, because any man can do it. Merteuil thought he likes Cecile and is giving him a favor. Valmont and Merteuil place a bet that they will do whatever someone wants if they win. With Valmont, he wants Merteuil's body, and what Merteuil wants is to shut himself in a monastery and anoint himself with ashes and repent for all his sins. Madame de Volanges talked to Merteuil about a cabinet that she gave Cecile. She gave it to Cecile to lock all her secrets in there. But what she found were love letters from her musical teacher. Madame de Volanges asked her for help and found out what's really going on. Merteuil visited Cecile and asked her questions. Cecile admitted that she was in love. She asked her if she should reply to the letters. She said that she doesn't want to marry. Merteuil secretly followed Cecile to find out where they were hiding their letters. She saw that they were hiding it inside the harp after their lessons. Merteuil told her mother, and Madame de Volanges watched Cecile's musical lesson. After watching it, Madame de Volanges asked to take off the cover of the harp. There she saw the letter he hid inside. Danceny takes accountabilities for all the things that happened and says that Cecile knows nothing about it. Merteuil thought that it could be Danceny that could help her take away Cecile's virginity. She had planned for them to meet alone. Merteuil had invited her mother to watch an opera later that evening. What will happen is Cecile will be leaving their house and they will meet in a place where they will be intimate. Cecile entered a room that is designed for couples to make love. They had prepared a dress made especially for her. The assistant of Merteuil left and was hiding at the back of the room. She is observing them using one of the sculptures in the room. Danceny entered the room with his harp. She wandered around the room and told him that it was the first time that they'd been alone together. In the opera, Madame de Volanges is asked to leave the place because she is very worried about Cécile and feels guilty about leaving her. Inside the room, there is still nothing intimate happening between Cécile and Danceny. Mertuel rushed to Cécile and told them to leave the place quickly. In there, Danceny told him that they want to get married, but Cécile is unsure about what he said. Madame de Volanges just arrived at their home. She thought that maybe she went to see his musical teacher. One of the maids told her that Cécile doesn't share anything about where she is going because she only talks to Mertuel. Madame de Volanges went back to the opera house, and there she saw Cécile with Mertuel. Valmont brought Tourvel to a date that she didn't know, and from there she read a letter from a close friend of hers, telling about what kind of person Valmont is. Valmont looks surprised, as if he is confirming what he heard from that letter. Unfortunately, Valmont left, and Tourvel told him to not waste her time because she is not like those girls. Mertuel told Valmont that their bet continues. She then asked Valmont to help Cécile write her a letter. Tourvel asked if they could talk, and she begged Valmont to stay away from her. He then went inside Cécile's room and helped her write a letter to Danceny. While he was teaching her what to write, he went closer to Cécile. He then held down Cécile's legs and slowly caressed them. He then moved his hands close to her bottom and slowly kissed it. He slowly spread Cécile's legs and removed his coat. Cécile feels surprised and is quiet about it. After a few hours, Valmont left the room and then Cécile went to see Mertuel. She told her about what happened. She says that her mother should find out about this, but Mertuel said that she doesn't have to. She can just continue marrying Jurcourt and keep Danceny as her lover. Valmont had discovered that Tourvel left the place and he left to look for her. Tourvel was surprised to see him. They hugged and kissed each other. It showed how much they missed each other. The next day, they woke up next to each other. However, Valmont looks worried that her husband will find out about what happened between them. Tourvel told him that she had already written a letter to her husband about what happened. She then left to go to the market to buy food for him. When she went back, Valmont was nowhere to be found. Valmont left a letter and told her that she should find another lover that is worthy of her. Valmont went to see Mertuel. He told her that she had lost her bet, and he came to claim the prize, which was her. They had an argument because of the bet. Mertuel didn't think that he would take it seriously. Mertuel told him why she didn't remarry, and it was because she doesn't want anyone to claim any rights to her. Valmont explained to her that bets are different to marriage. One must honor their bet. Mertuel went to her bed and spread her legs, but Valmont didn't take the bet. Later, Valmont declared war against her. Valmont had planned a strategy. He instructed Danceny and Cécile to write letters to each other. Danceny went to Mertuel and threatens to murder her if she doesn't follow what she is asked to do. In Valmont's house, he saw Madame Tourvel waiting for him. Valmont invited her to come inside his house. Valmont asked why she came. Tourvel said that she wants to know that he still loves her. Valmont asked if he wanted him to lie to her. Tourvel said yes. Valmont and Tourvel went in the bedroom together and made love. Tourvel cries silently. The next day, Tourvel left without telling Valmont. Valmont then went to look for her. He sneaks into her house, but she was not there, only her husband. Later, Valmont visited Mertuel. Mertuel felt a little angry towards Valmont because he sent the music teacher to murder her. He apologizes and asks Mertuel if she thinks that a man like him can change. Valmont is proposing marriage to Mertuel. Mertuel said that she missed him and still loves Valmont. They kissed, but then Mertuel shared a little secret. She opened the doors of her room and then inside, he saw Chevalier Danceny on her bed half naked. From there he found out that Danceny knew that Cécile had lost her virginity to him. Hurriedly, Valmont went to the market to buy clothes for Cécile. He is planning for them to leave. Valmont was not allowed to come in but persisted. He went to Cécile's room and asked her to change because they were leaving. But what Valmont didn't know was that Cécile knew what was happening, and all the people in the house knew what happened between them. Valmont was left with no choice but to leave. Upon entering the house, Valmont received an invitation for a duel from Danceny and witnesses are needed for it. He came to a pub and chose 3 drunken people to accompany him as a witness. He then practiced that evening together with the 3 witnesses. The next day, he attended the duel. Danceny refused to fight him with his condition, but Valmont persisted. They had a tough fight and Valmont lost and died in the fight. In Valmont's wake, everybody showed their love for Valmont. Cécile then asked for Madame Rosemond and had a confession to make. She confessed that she is pregnant, and it is Valmont's baby. The wedding continued, but her husband still doesn't know that she is no longer a virgin. In the last scene, we can see Madame Tourvel visiting Valmont's grave and left with her husband. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, give a like and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.